All right, what's going on YouTube? Super Bowl is set. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers and we got the freaking Green Bay Packers. I'm going to go ahead and call this right now. Pittsburgh is going to take it all. So, let me address this video to a certain group. And I would like to call this group, and I think they call themselves this, the Survivalists. Who are the Survivalists? The Survivalists are those guys. I'm sure a lot of my viewers have heard me talk about a guy named Demcat. Now, some of you guys may think, why are you so obsessed with Demcat? Not really obsessed, but it's just sad to look at because this is what I see a lot of Americans going toward. Not his channel, but this type of thinking. So he had a blog TV special tonight, and the blog TV special was just random topics. So I just tuned in a little bit just to see what these guys were talking about. They were talking about guns, automatic weapons, and all these other kind of things, right? And, you know, and kind of throwing out these facts about all these guns. And I'm like, okay, look, I understand we have the right to bear arms according to the U.S. Constitution. Got all that. But correct me if I'm wrong. If you are protecting your family and yourself, wouldn't one gun be enough? Why do you need, like, you know, shotguns, 9mm, AK-47s? Why do you need all this stuff? Because I wouldn't be surprised if the government isn't watching a channel like Demcat. Because, let me tell you what I think. The nut that went and killed people in Arizona, right, this guy, okay, was a nut. You know, this is a guy that has this, I mean, his thinking is just outer space, right? And he thinks that no one knows better than him. He knows all the answers. And he asked the congresswoman a question. She didn't answer the question. She thought the question was weird. Then he looked at her like, this lady's dumb, right? So he's talking about the lady, American politics, all this other crap, right? Same thing. I'm not saying that Demcat's going to go off and kill anybody. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it seems like tonight a lot of those type of people were attracted to this channel. Because my whole thing is this. If you're in a survival mode, supposedly, right? Which I think is kind of crazy. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Why do you need all those weapons? Are you guys thinking that like a big crowd of people are just going to run into your house and just try to take everything and kill your family, and you need to have like a small army assembled so you can protect yourself? I just don't see the wisdom in all that gun. It's like a bunch of like redneck type thinking, you know. And I'm not saying nothing's wrong with rednecks, but sometimes their thinking can be kind of out there when it comes to stuff like that, you know. And I just don't see the need for guns. That's just me, you know. Because if we were a nation that didn't have guns, we wouldn't have things happen like that, you know. But anyways, all right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, but here's another question I have for the survivalists. Okay, you guys got your canned goods, your backpacks in your corners, and all this other kind of stuff, right? I really don't see the wisdom in that. I mean, do you think heavyweights like Dave Ramsey, Robert Kiyosaki, Donald Trump, men who know how to make money, and a lot of men that are not known in the world that know how to make money, you think they're going to actually put their money in a, you know, get some canned goods and things like that, and put things like that in a backpack and just wait for the dollar to fall? No. If you think the dollar is going to fall, why not put money elsewhere? We just talked about China is going to be a superpower. We talked about India, and there's a lot of other countries out there. I mean, for God's sake, the UK, for instance, which is on the pound, the currency is the pound, is almost double what the US dollar is. Why not try to find a way to partner up with somebody and invest in that country and invest in those in that market, instead of just sitting here? We're gonna sit back like the Y2K people and just dig, you know, get a cave and get this backpack. Because I don't see the wisdom in that. Because I'm not gonna be a guy that sits back and waits for something bad to happen. That's not me. To me, that's a coward way of thinking. I'm the type of guy that moves on. Yes, I do have something set to the side as far as currency, right? But I do have something set to the side, but I'm going to move on. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Them cat volunteered for 2 years or 3 years in Alaska. No money coming in. There's nothing wrong with volunteering. Don't get me wrong with that. But this is a young guy. Didn't have money coming in from that. He goes to Michigan, Flint, Michigan. Before he even came to Flint, Michigan, this guy was like, "Hey, I probably won't be on the internet because I don't think I'll have enough money to even have internet service." That doesn't sound like drive to me. A guy that anticipates, well, I may not have money to have the internet, so I may have to shut the channel down. You need to get off your butt and make things happen if you're thinking like this. And then he didn't have a job for most of last year and was talking bad about the economy and, you know, what the government's doing this wrong. The government's doing that wrong. We all know that song, right? And guys, this goes out to you guys who are whiners. We all know that song about the government. But what can you do about it? Nothing. So what do you have to do? You have to put your butt in gear and get things going. Simple as that. So let me hear what you guys think about all this madness. Because I just don't see the wisdom in it. I understand being prepared, but at the same time, use your intellect and make things happen somewhere else. Or, you know, just don't think like, it's almost like the person who has a store and people in that town, and he's like, no one's giving me any business. Well, see, at that point, what happened is you're waiting on the people to make you successful instead of taking what you have and going out and finding more people. You see, once you do the second one, you put yourself in power. And you're not powerless like the first situation. But some people haven't figured it out in life yet. So that's what I have to say in this, guys. Let me see what you think about this. Also, let me hear your Super Bowl predictions. And if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Thank you for coming. I got an Etsy class going. If you're interested in an Etsy class, I'm teaching. It's an internet business similar to eBay. www.etsy.com. Very low cost class. Contact me if you're interested. So until next time, signing off.